Hello chess family, it's me National Master Jesse James, and today we're taking a look at another instructive chess miniature, this time between Adams versus Torre. This was, I believe, was a game that they were playing just practice games against each other, but it was so beautiful. Of course, we had to see this and keep it for chess history. Check out this beautiful game that's taking advantage of the back rank checkmate. Alright, here we go. We're going to go ahead and start off with e4, e5, knight f3, d6, the Philidor's defense. Definitely not one of my favorite openings. I love to play against it though. Here, I like the way that white plays it. Pawn to d4, e takes, and now a move that I learned from Morphy. Queen takes on d4. Very interesting idea. Knight c6. And here's the idea. We want to try and maintain the queen in the center. We're going to create an imbalance because, well, we're going to play bishop b5. We're going to lead in development. After bishop d7, we're going to go ahead and take. So again, white just has a lead in development, but also very good control over the center here. With that being said, black has their own triumphs too. What's that? Well, black has the bishop pair, and also, again, a very solid structure, almost like the Steinitz deferred. Okay, well, it's up to white. Let's keep putting our pieces out, and also try to put them in good squares. Knight c3 gets played. Very good move. Knight f6, castles, bishop b7, knight to d5. A very nice move here to control the center and also start making threats. At this point, if black does take on d5, well, it's only going to give us some extra space. Black says, you know what, take some extra space here. So, bishop takes, pawn takes, castles over here. White has some, definitely a space advantage because remember, from 5 and back this is black's territory, from 4 and back this is white's. So white has gained a little bit more of a central advantage, but that being said, this is such a solid position, there is no weaknesses that, well, it's really hard to play for a win here. Let's keep making progress. Bishop g5 gets played. Here, pawn to c6. Let's maintain our center. We don't want to take it. If this was another way to play, as the center is becoming hanging pawns, so we can put pressure on these pawns. But I like the way that Adams plays here. He's going to go ahead and just maintain the center. Pawn to c4. And c takes d5. C takes d5. Now, there is an interesting tactic that you can play here, although it's not recommended. After rook e8, this is how the game goes. You can also try this knight takes on d5. But here, well, this doesn't work out too well. Queen takes d5, bishop takes, and the queen is just defending over here. Typically, the tactic would be that you're doing a double attack against this bishop, so you have to take, and after knight takes back, you're just down a piece. Unfortunately here, that does not work. Well, black just goes and plays rook e8, and again, it just looks like a very, very solid game here. Black really has no weaknesses. What should we do? Well, let's keep improving our pieces. The next pieces we want to move is our rook, so rook to e1, a5, and now a nice idea. Well, what's better than one rook on a file? That's right, let's two. So rook e2 gets played, rook to c8, rook a to e1, and now queen d7. Now in the future, most people here will not try to let their opponent double up rooks. Although this is kind of hard, because if you do play bishop f8 here to try and make a trade, well, white can create a nice weakness here by playing rook takes on e8, and you see the problem here is the knight can't take back due to the pin. Of course, if queen takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, well, white definitely has an advantage here. You can't even go pawn snatching as well. The d6 pawn is a bit weak. Okay, so that's why in this game he did try not to take away this strong pin here. But unfortunately, it only gets stronger. Rook e2 gets played, rook c8, rook a to e1, and now we see we have a very powerful battery. And now queen d7 gets played, and here's the idea. Bishop takes on f6, bishop takes on f6, and now white to move. This is an amazing series of moves that takes advantage of the weak back rank. I highly encourage you to push pause and see if you can find the move to take advantage of it. Alright, well, what's the idea here? Well, we see that we have these two very powerful rooks. They're ready to take on e8, but of course the queen is defending it. So how do we take advantage of that? Remove the defender. Can you find the move that tries to kick away this queen from defending the rook on e8? Oh, look at this beautiful move. Queen to g4 gets played. And of course, the queen is taboo. We cannot take it because, well, we will just go ahead and checkmate. It's always nice when you can put your queen on pre and let them take it. It's always nice to do a queen sacrifice. Okay, well, the queen needs to move away, but you have to be careful. Where can you actually move the queen away that will keep defending this rook? This is the problem. Queen d8, well, that loses the game fast. I'll simply just take on e8, and now I win the queen for a rook. Seems like a good trade to me. Queen c7. Of course not, we just lose on e8. So we have to stay on this diagonal here, and really there's only one square to play it to. Queen has to go to b5 here. Of course, you can't go to a4 as the queen would just take. Now we know the idea now. Keep taking advantage of it. What do you play here to try and remove the defender? In fact, we have two defenders here, right? We have these rooks that are both attacking on e8. So you can't just attack the queen anymore. As well, the queen will take on e2 here. For instance, if you try to play a4, not paying attention, the queen can take on e2 now. And well, if rook takes, be careful, don't play rook takes e2 here, which loses the game. But here we have the very nice move of, after queen takes e2, rook takes e2, rook to c1 check, and now it's game over. It doesn't matter how you defend, the rook will be taking and we will be mating. Okay, so what do we do here? We got to keep putting pressure on this. We have to defend the e2 rook here too. Oh, what a beautiful move. Keep harassing this queen. Put pressure on this rook. What do we play? Queen to c4. Oh my gosh. It seems like this queen has everything going on for her, right? She has everything she needs in life. She's just saying, please, please take me. But you're saying, no, no, I think I understand what's going on here. Okay, well, the queen needs to move again because the queen is hanging and they will take. Of course, you can't take on e2 here and be tricky. I mean, you could just take here on c8 and then just win. I think you could even just take here on on b5 here too. But of course, checkmate is going to be preferential. So queen c4, queen to d7. How do we take advantage of this queen again? Again, we're trying to remove the queen or the rook here. This is the defender for the rook on e8. Did you find it? Push pause. I highly encourage you to keep putting pressure on this queen and rook. Oh, look at this beautiful move. Queen to c7. She's just trying to give herself away. It almost looks like she's like some kind of helpmate. Like, please help me, help me, help me. And black is just having a hard time defending from this. Of course, if queen takes, we're going to take on e8. And of course, well, if rook takes, we take on e8 again. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? And the queen has to move away. The queen runs to b5 again, hoping that maybe queen c4 gets played, and maybe it's just a draw here. Okay, well, make those force moves, keep harassing this queen. The idea is to kick the queen off this diagonal. Well, also the d7, a4, b5 squares, right? Look for those force moves, and here you find it. Pawn to a4, again harassing the queen. Here, if queen takes on e2, no problem. We'll just take back, as now our queen is actually blocking. And again, the queen cannot be taken, or else we take on e8. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Well, you can't go back to d7, or else queen will just take. And, okay, so you have to take on a4, only move. What was the idea of this move? Again, taking advantage of the back rank. These rooks and queen are all trying to work together. Can you find the final move here? It really is a beauty. Here we go. This time it was not only this rook that's weak, but also this rook, because our queen's putting pressure on the rook on c8. And now we get to play rook to e4. Oh my gosh. Every piece of white just seems to want to sacrifice itself for the greater good. And here rook e4 is doing just that. And again, we cannot take anywhere. If queen takes on e4, we simply just take back. You can't take for any one of these because the back rank checkmate. And of course, if you take on e4, queen takes e8 and mate. Oh my gosh. So in this game, after rook e4, queen b5 got played, and now the final idea here. Ugh. Queen takes on b7, winning material, and now black has no move to move the queen to stay on this diagonal, as the d7, c6 square, b5, and a4 square are all gone. It's the same old story, just a different way of telling it. Again, the queen cannot move anywhere without the back rank happening over here. You must either lose your queen, or of course, get checkmated. At this point, black went ahead and resigned, as there was no good moves to play in this position. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. It was also known as the game of cat and mouse, although I like to think of it as the immortal back rank checkmate idea. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.